Professor. This is Rochelle Green, and this is my video recording for the Class Divided video that we watched. And the differing realities that she showcases, obviously the effect of the experiment is aimed at cultural discrimination against anybody, black, white, Asian, Indian, American Indian, it really doesn't matter. So obviously in the setting, it was in the 60s, so African Americans were heavily discriminated against, and unfortunately still are to this day. But some of the just the different realities are, I found a good example was when the prison guards had to do their class with the teacher that performed the experiment on the children. And a lady pointed out that it's a completely different reality for a Caucasian person than it is for an African American. There was a Caucasian lady who said she had been discriminated against, but another lady spoke back to her and basically told her, you have no clue what it's like to be discriminated against. So I think the reality of being a black person in the 1960s and a white person in the 1960s was vastly different. And that's what this teacher is trying to highlight. And so these children understand the amount of, or just what a discrimination is, and why you shouldn't be that way, basically. So she used the blue eyes versus brown eyes experiment to highlight that and show them how something so simple as dividing people and telling one they're better than the other can make such a big difference and turn people against each other. The clarity of purpose, again, I think was just to highlight discrimination and to show children and to teach them that everybody's the same on the inside. We all bleed red, Nobody is better than the other. No, not one race is better than the other. Nobody is smarter than one another. We're all just people, and we're just we all feel and love and think and exist in this world, and we're literally all the same. So there should be no difference in how you treat one another. So I think that was her basic clarity of purpose, or her goal in the whole experiment. Taking responsibility. I think in this instance, it's taking responsibility for your actions and how you treat people. And I think she wanted people to know that the way they reacted to people or treated somebody differently could be swayed by what other people were telling you, or what you learned maybe from your parents or from a friend. So you have to take responsibility for your own actions. One of the little boys hit one of his best friends the next day when they got put in a different group, which is just absurd. So you can't go around hitting people just because they're different than you, So I think her point there was just to take responsibility for your actions and treat people, the golden rule, just how you want to be treated. And as far as having courage and commitment in a conversation with healthcare providers, I think it's definitely something that's needed. Just like the prison guards, it was needed just to bring to light something that people don't like to talk about a lot of the time, or they get uncomfortable talking about. And I think it's just the courage to stand up for somebody and the commitment to back that up and to maybe make an action if somebody was being discriminated against. So to stand up for them and not just to let things pass you by, and to say something about it. You can't just be a mouse in the corner. You have to, and especially in the healthcare industry or healthcare field, we're our patient's advocate. So if we feel they're being discriminated against, or if a family member, if something is, or a coworker, if they're being discriminated against, it's our responsibility, and we have a commitment to stand up for them and to try to help the situation. And what can I do differently? that one's hard. I feel like I'm a very tolerant person. I don't let I don't care what color your skin is. So I, black, white, blue, or green, I really don't care. Although green could indicate infection. And so, and yet as a nurse, I would care about that. But, uh, I'm really trying hard to teach my children to be very respectful and to be very accepting of everybody, no matter how they look. Um, Obviously we're Caucasian, but if a Caucasian kid has a different haircut or some, something just silly like that, we really try to teach tolerance in our home. And I think we're making a difference by teaching our children that, so we don't perpetuate any kind of prejudice, and so they turn out to be good people and make more good people. So thank you so much.